In ancient Greece, it was thought that the sun and moon were pulled across the sky as flying chariots, driven by horses and ridden by gods. The philosopher Anaxagoras went against this popular opinion. He claimed that the moon was in fact a large rocky object, had mountains, and may even be inhabited, in many ways not unlike the Earth. This did not go down well in Athens, and for this belief he was sent into exile, for the audacity to claim that the moon might not be a god, but a rock. Our understanding about the moon has come a long way since then. The moon does not make its own light, we see it because it reflects light from the sun. The sun always illuminates half of the moon, while the other half remains dark. But the fraction of the moon that we see from the Earth changes as the moon orbits us. This is best shown with the help of a diagram. Here, the moon is directly between the Earth and the sun. The moon is in darkness and cannot be seen because we are looking at the unlit half of the moon. This is called a new moon, and this is how it is seen from Earth. As the moon orbits the Earth, the moon begins to look like a crescent, as a slither of the lit up part of the moon becomes visible. The crescent increases in size from one day to the next. We call this moon a waxing crescent moon, where the word waxing means the moon is getting bigger. A week after new moon, half of the moon is now visible. We call this the first quarter moon, or half moon. The moon continues its orbit, and now more than half of the lit portion of the moon will be visible. While this shape is increasing, or waxes in size from one day to the next, it is called a waxing gibbous moon. A full moon is when we can see the entire lit portion of the moon. The full moon phase occurs when the moon is on the opposite side of the Earth from the sun. After the full moon, the lit up part of the moon starts to decrease in size. We call this waning. When more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen and the shape decreases or wanes in size from one day to the next, we call this a waning gibbous moon. After the waning gibbous moon, when half of the lit portion of the moon is visible, is the last quarter moon or half moon. And after that, when the moon looks like a crescent and the crescent is decreasing or wanes in size from one day to the next, is called a waning crescent moon. And then, after a total of 29.5 days, it's back to the new moon, completing the lunar cycle. So now we understand why we see different phases of the moon. While at the time, Anaxagoras didn't get the credit he deserved, his work has helped pave the way for what we understand today.